dropping to throw. Ewers under pressure. He's sacked by YaYa Diaby at the 15-yard line. Second sack of the game.
This is a nice job. It's defensive line stunt. Diaby winds up working, coming right up the middle. Ewers never saw him until the last second, tried to spin away, but YaYa got him.
And Diaby has his 7th sack of the season. He leads the Buccaneers.
And he would finish the season as the sack leader for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the final season of Gene Deckerhoff on the call. YaYa Diaby spending some time with us here on the Insiders. Thanks for joining us, YaYa. Looking back, the change not just limited to Gene Deckerhoff. They had a few changes there in Tampa Bay. How's the offseason going for you?
For me, it's been going really good. A lot of new things, a lot of new players, and just getting accustomed to it.
The Bucs did make a lot of investment in the defensive front. Of course, they drafted Rueben Bain, but Al-Qadim Muhammad, also A'Shawn Robinson. What does that do for you when there is that much talent around you in the defensive front?
Man, it helps me out a lot. Take some slacks off of me, man. Last year was a lot for me on the defensive line, but adding guys like Rueben, like you said, A'Shawn and Muhammad, those guys are ready to get after it, man. We've been looking really good in OTAs, and I'm super excited to see what we're going to do this season.
You had one of the quickest get-offs in the entire NFL. You were top 10 in that category last year with the way that the defense was. What specifically is going to allow you to get more pressure on the quarterback, maybe even faster this year with this group of players?
Oh, shoot. They got to account for all of us. You got Ruben on one side. You got the big Vita in the middle, big Kalaja, big A'Shawn in the middle. So it's going to be hard to be able to account for all of us. So it's going to help me get there even quicker, just knowing that we're going to get a whole lot of one-on-ones opportunity.
What are your first impressions of Rueben Bain? I know you've only been around him a few weeks, but what have you seen?
Dude's serious. He's about business, and I love that about him because it reminds me of how I was when I first got to the Bucs, all about business and ready to showcase my abilities.
Last year in the offseason and into training camp, Coach Bowles was asked about a young guy like Jacob Parrish, and he was very honest. He said Jacob Parrish is going to make this team, and he's going to play. He expressed that level of confidence in someone early when coaches aren't normally willing to do that. What's it like to play for a coach now is continuing your career under Todd Bowles?
For me, I love Coach Bowles, man. I love playing for him. I love going to war for him. And just the way he uplifts players and make sure everybody is doing what they need to be doing, there's no guy I'd rather play for.
You know, I'm curious what his message to the team was, because obviously you started last year hot, I think 6-2, and then you lost 7 of the last 9 games. You missed the playoffs. What was Todd's message coming into this offseason, getting ready to go into training camp, about how you bounce back from that?
Basically, what happened. You know, all we can do is get better from that and learn from it. And, you know, having all the guys accounted for in this OTA shows a lot that everybody is ready to bounce back and come back and get ready to, you know, take over our NFC South again and make that playoff run to the Super Bowl.
You mentioned the division. Yeah, it's kind of a unique divisional situation where everybody feels that they have the same level of opportunity. And you mentioned getting better in those spots. What are the particular things that Coach Bowles wants to, and I understand you guys want to move past last season, but what are the things that you need to improve on?
It's not really a lot that we have to improve on. It's just little things, little fundamentals. Like we had a lot of setbacks, you know, last year with, you know, on some on the offensive side, some on the defensive side with penalties, and it hurt us a lot. You know, and sometimes we didn't get our hands on a ball on the defensive side with interceptions and causing turnovers and getting forced fumbles and things like that. So it's just more of little things that we had to improve on. But overall, we're in the right path, and we got guys who are hungry to get back to what we need to get back to, and not just win our NFC South, but just take it to the next level and get to the Super Bowl and win it all.
You did lose some longtime Bucs, some big-time team leaders in Mike Evans and, of course, Lavonte David, who retired. How do you guys fill that void?
Man, it's gonna be hard, man, especially with Lavonte, man. He's such an amazing leader, but we learn from it, and you know, we got guys like A'Shawn Robinson, guys like Alex Anzalone, you know, guys who've been in those type of systems that can, you know, be vocal and, you know, help guys out like me as well, and Kalaja and guys just to be more vocal.
You talk about vocal in leadership. You have an opportunity to do that for the youth in Tampa coming up later on this summer. Tell us about your camp.
Yeah, man, I'm super excited. My first annual one. And, you know, I just want kids to come out and learn from me and learn from other guys and just have a good time, man. And I'm super excited to just be doing it in Tampa. And, you know, if anybody want to sign up, go to prosportplex.com/YaYa Diaby and sign up. And I'm excited to get the kids out there with their parents and have a good time.
And we're excited for them and that opportunity. Excited for you and the Bucs in your 2026 season. YaYa Diaby, thanks for joining us here on The Inside.
Appreciate you guys for having me.